My screen is visible, right? Fine. Today we'll see the rest of the thing, what we were seeing yesterday. Just let me confirm once. Am I audible to you guys, please? In the chat box. Am I audible? Hello.
Hello.
Fine. What about Lokesh, Vimla, Shashank, Yadav? Am I audible to you? Fine. So also I want to know whether my screen is visible or not. Quickly, you
Yes,
tell me
Pratyush,
whether
screen
the
is
screen is
visible.
visible or not.
Yes,
It is
Pratyush, your
visible,
screen
right?
is visible. Yeah.
Fine, fine. So today we are going to see this two thing, octal and hexadecimal, right? How we can convert octal into decimal or decimal into octal. Also, conversion of octal octal into decimal and decimal into octal. Fine. Also, decimal into hexadecimal and hexa into decimal. Right? So this few things we are going to see. Right? Now, how we can convert this decimal into octal and octal into decimal. Let me share one thing. Now, fine. Now we are going to see decimal into octal and also Afterward, we are going to see oct- octal into decimal, right? How we can convert this decimal into octal or octal into decimal, right? Simply, we can go for likewise what we have seen yesterday, right? I'm just giving simple example, right? Here, let's suppose one decimal value we have called 23, right? 23 is our decimal, right? Decimal value we have, and this decimal value we have to, sorry, not here. This 23 is our decimal value, and now I want the octal number of decimal, right? How we can go for this? 8, right? Go for 8 because the base of octal is nothing but 8, right? So now 8, what should be the value? 2, right? And if you see the decimal, sorry, the remainder it is giving is what, guys? 7, right? Then next, now we cannot divide or we cannot perform the further operation, right? Because 2 is lesser than 8. So now the value, the we can say the octal number of 23 is nothing but 2 and 7. The octal number is nothing but 2 and 7, right? We'll see. We'll try to see in execution process. Yeah, here it is. What we are seeing is we are converting decimal into octal, right? So we will write OCT, octal of 23, right? Octal of 23. That is nothing but Z O 0 0 2 7, right? 0 0 2 7. Here also, if you see the same thing, here also what we are getting, the value what we are getting, 2 7, and in this case also 2 7 it is coming. So this is how we can convert decimal into octal. Now when it comes to octal into decimal, how we can convert octal into decimal, right? Simple. Again, you do not need to do anything. Simply you do 2 7. Like I want this 2 7, the value of 2 7 to be converted into decimal again, right? So what we can do? 2 7 it is, right? So 2 and it is 7, right? So what we have to do is we have to multiply it with 7, that is multiply with 8 power of 0, 8 power of 0 plus this 2 also we have to perform like this, 2 multiply with 8 power of 1. Sorry, 8 power of 1, right? 8 power of 1. Now you see 8 power of 1 is nothing but 8 power of 0 is nothing but it will give 1 value, right? So 7 multiply with 1, that is nothing but 7 only, right? Let me, is it visible now? The value for this, if you see, 7 multiply with 8 power of 0, that is nothing but 1. So 7 multiply with 1, that is nothing but 7. Okay. And 8 power of 1, that is nothing but 1 only. Then 8 multiply with 8. Sorry, 8 multiply with 2. That is nothing but 16. So 16 plus 7. That is nothing but 23. We are getting the same value. After conversion of decimal to octal, we are getting 23 as 27, right? We are getting 23 as 27. Now, but after converting the same 27, we are trying to convert the octal value into the decimal value, right? So here it is the octal value 27 of 23. Now we want again the octal value. So what we are doing here? Sorry, decimal value. So what we are doing here? We are multiplying with the power of 0 and 1. 8 power of 0 multiply with 7 individual bit, right? Plus 8 power of 1 multiply with 2 individual bit of 2, right? So this is how we can calculate. Means what we are doing in this case, let me, yeah, in this case what we are doing, we are converting decimal into octal. But in this case what we are doing, we are converting octal into decimal, right? This is simple. Now when it comes to, let me do one thing. Let me remove these things. Okay, fine, we will see here. So now the term is conversion of decimal into hexadecimal, decimal into hexadecimal, whereas hexadecimal into decimal, right? Now how we can do this, right? Before this we have seen the conversion of decimal into octal, octal into hexadecimal, right? Now we are going to see decimal into hexadecimal, the conversion of decimal into hexadecimal, similarly hexadecimal into decimal, right? So how we can do these things? Simple. Decimal into hexadecimal. How we can do this? Basically, we are converting decimal, right? So decimal, let's suppose the decimal value is nothing but the decimal value we are taking is, let's suppose 45 we are taking. Not 45. Let's suppose 168 we are taking. Okay, 168, right? 168 I am taking. And with this, we have to write it as 16. 16 because the 16 is the base of hexadecimal, right? 16 is the base. Here in this case, we were converting decimal. into octal. So we have used 8, right? Because the base of octal is 8, right? Yes, 16. 16. Once you go 10, okay? 16, 10. 16 tens are 16 tens are 160, right? You guys are not responding properly. Let me check. Okay. Lokesh, am I audible clearly? Just wait. Wait for a second. Just let me know once in comment section. Am I audible, you guys? Am I audible to you? Please let me know. Lokesh, please. Thank you. Fine. So what we are doing is we are converting decimal into hexadecimal, right? So one tens are 160, right? Now the reminder is nothing but 8. The reminder is nothing but 8, right? Now what we have to do? We are getting the value as 10, sorry, 10 and 8. 10 and 8. If you see 10 here and 8 here, right? What these are? What these are? 10 and 8. So in hexadecimal, whenever we are trying to convert any value into hexadecimal, okay, the number, the number, it should start. Let me tell you, the number. What we are seeing is, it should start with, okay, it should start with 1. This is normal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After 9, the 10th value, we will consider it as A, right? Likewise, 11, we will consider it as B. 12, similarly C. 13, D. 14, it is E, right? And 15, which is the last one, that is nothing but F, right? Till 15 we are going to see this, okay? Till 15 only we can consider the value, till 15. Now you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the number it is coming, it will be similar. It will, sorry, it will be same as it is. But whenever it is coming like 10, the value should be considered it as A and 8. So while we converting the value, it will get converted into something which looks like A and 8. Means 10 will become A and 8 as it is. So now after conversion of decimal into hexadecimal, decimal into hexadecimal, we what we got? For 168, the value is nothing but A and 8. Capital A. You can also call it as small a also. Okay. Capital A and 8. Getting my point? Lokesh. Fine. Fine. Now what we have to do? Now we got the conversion of decimal into hexadecimal. We have converted the decimal value into hexadecimal. So if you see this is the hexadecimal value. This is the hexadecimal value of 168, right? The hexadecimal decimal value of 168. 168. This is the hexadecimal value for 168. Now what we have to do to convert this hexadecimal into decimal? What we have to do to convert this hexadecimal into decimal? Simply the same thing we have seen, right? We have to just an example, a and 8, right? A and 8, we have seen the value of 168 is nothing but A and 8, right? But how we can use this to convert? Now for A, as we know, the value of A is nothing but 10, right? So to convert hexadecimal value into decimal, same thing we have to do, right? 10 and this is nothing but 8, right? But we have to multiply it with, we have to multiply multiply it with 16 power of, okay, base, the base is nothing but 16, so we have to use it like this: 16 power of 0 plus 10 power of, sorry, 10 multiply with 16 power of 1, right? So for a it is 10 multiply with 16 power of 1 plus for 8 it is 8 multiply with 16 power of 0, right? This is something. When we calculate this, if we calculate this, you will get the value 16 power of 0, that is nothing but it will return 1 only, right? 16 power of 0, it will return 1. 8 multiply with 1, that is nothing but 8 only, right? 8 multiply with 1 plus 16 power of 1, 16 power of 1, that is nothing but 16 only, right? 10 multiply with 16, that is nothing but 160, 160, right? When we calculate this, it will become 168, 168. Getting my point, everyone? Please respond. Lokesh. Fine. This is how we can convert the number system, different number system, decimal to binary, binary to decimal, similarly decimal to octal, octal into decimal, right? Likewise, decimal into hexadecimal also we can convert, and hexadecimal into decimal, right? This is simple, right? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Lokesh, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Fine. I'll share this also. Okay. I'll share this notes also. Fine. This is what now, till now. Now, let's suppose we are trying to convert, this is decimal, right? Sorry, this is decimal value, and we are converting this decimal value into hexadecimal. Let's suppose same this value will consider. Okay, it is giving what? It returns what? 23. Why? Means same thing we have seen. After conversion of 23, which is decimal, into octal, we are getting the value is 0027. 0 is nothing but it is the indication. We can say it is indicating that we have we have converted the value into octal, right? Now similarly, same thing, we have octal number, right? And we are trying to convert this into similarly decimal value, right? We are trying to convert this into decimal value. Now same thing, same scenario we have to follow like this, right? 23 converted into octal, 27, right? It became 27. Then 27 conversion of the octal into decimal, it became again 23. Likewise, okay, this is also one of the, let's suppose we are trying to convert 168, hexadecimal of 168, that is nothing but x0 x a8. We were also getting the same a8, right? We are getting a8. Here also it is giving a8, right? Let's suppose I'll try to convert this same thing into decimal. We are getting 168. Are you getting my point? How we can convert the decimal into another number system like octal, like binary, like hexadecimal. Again, we can do the same, vice versa, right? So this is how we can convert. So today what we have seen is 27, right? 27 of, today we have seen a conversion of decimal into octal and octal into decimal. Similarly, also we have seen decimal into into hexadecimal, hexadecimal and hexadecimal into decimal. Right. So till now we have seen these things today. Decimal, conversion of decimal into octal and octal into decimal. Similarly, decimal into hexadecimal and hexadecimal into decimal. Okay, fine. So this is what we have seen till now. Okay. So Integer, what is integer? Integer takes the integral type of data or the integer value, right? It takes integral type of data or integer value, right? Yasin, now am I audible?
Yes, Pratyush.
Yeah. Anyway, you'll be having this recording, so you can follow that, right?
Sure, sure. Yeah.
Fine. So we have seen this integer. Integer is nothing but integer is nothing but
Decimal values, stores decimal.
sorry.
Uh, it stores decimal values.
No, we are talking about integer. Integer is what?
It is it
Integer.
is a very
See, we are when we are writing a is equals to 10. 10 is what? An integer kind of data, right? If we write the type of this, that is an integer, right? Means without any decimal value. Natural number is nothing but an integer, right? If we are writing a is equals to 0, a is equals to 0, it is also an integer. So any number you are taking, that is nothing but an integer. But why we have used this concept, octal, binary, hexadecimal? That comes under whenever we are trying to convert any kind of decimal value, right? It should convert, the machine will convert it into binary, which is nothing but zeros and one, right? Also it has some more thing called octal and hexadecimal, right? With the help of this, it also can be able to, if you know about the ASCII values, right? Sorry, values, they are nothing but for each and every letters we have a specific number, right? We have a specific number for 97, I guess so it is capital A, right? And for I guess so 67 or 68, it is small a, right? So from starting from capital A, small a 67, it is taking 68 as B, 69 as C. Likewise, you can convert the individual letter into, okay, into the numbers, right? And that number we can convert it into the bits, binary, right? The binary we can convert. So that's why we are using this many number system. Also, we have float. What is float? What is float? Now you can say float is nothing but which can store floating point values, or we can say decimal values, right? Which can store decimal values. Getting my point? So what is the purpose of, quickly we'll see what is the purpose of integer. The purpose of integer. Purpose of integer. Purpose of integer is nothing but, sorry, purpose of integer is to store the integral or integer type of data, integer type of data in where? In the main memory, in the main memory, right? So this is what integer. When it comes to float, float, okay, we'll see some integer. We have seen this right? We have seen this. So we can take this as our example, right? A is equals to 10. If A is equals to 10, if we write type of A, right, that will give what? The output for this is what? Integer, right? If we write id of A, that should also give something like, we'll see here, id of A. That is nothing but this. Id is nothing but, you can say this is an address. You can also call it as address, right? That is nothing but an address. Fine. Fine it is. Yeah. Now we'll see float. Float is what? Float is nothing but decimal value, right? Decimal values or floating point values. Floating point values, right? Floating point values. What is floating point values? Let's suppose I am writing number is equals to 12.8. That is nothing but it comes under floating point values, which has decimal. Okay, which has decimal. So if you see the type of this, type of number, also the ID of number. Let me take print method, print function to print it. Okay. Now you see. So the class, it is a float class. What it is taking? Data type is what? Float, right? It is a float. And also it is giving the address of this. So the same thing you can copy it. For float it is float. Float is nothing but, the purpose of float is nothing but, the purpose of float. Now you can say the purpose of float, right? To store floating point values, right? To store floating point values inside or in the main memory. We can write the purpose of float is nothing but, is to store decimal or floating point value in the main memory, in the main memory, right? In the main memory. This is what the purpose of float. And this we can say the example for float, right? This we can consider it the example for float, right? What it will give? What it will give? The output for this is nothing but this. Getting my point? Understood? Are you able to understood the concept? Are you able to understand this whole concept? What we have seen? Fine. Next. Next is, so till now what we had, integer we have seen, float we have seen. Now it comes to boolean, right? Now it comes to boolean. Now we are going to see what is boolean. Boolean. Okay. Boolean is simple. Boolean is simple. It takes only two results. It returns only two results. Okay, let me write it here. It returns two results, only two results that are true and false. That are true and false. Now, how we can work on this? Let's suppose I am taking a is equals to 1, a is equals to 1 or any number 5, 6. Okay, now I am trying to convert this same a which is storing 6 into boolean. It is giving true. Why? Any number, any number except 0, that is comes under true only. So we are actually, it is true plus true. What it should give? Why it is giving 2? Why it is giving 2? Yasin. Where is Yasin? Yasin again, he left. Lokesh. Lokesh. Why it is giving 2? Why it is giving 2? Lokesh. You can unmute yourself. Fine. Okay, not an issue. True means it is taking true as 1. Means also we can call true as 1 and and false as 0. That's why in binary we are working with zeros and ones, right? So boolean comes under that only. 1 is nothing but true, 0 is nothing but false, right? That's why it is giving true plus true means 1 plus 1, it is giving 2. Similarly, if I go true plus false, true plus false, it will give 1 because 1 plus 0, it is 1 plus 0, that is nothing but 1 only, right? But what is the need of this true and false? What is the need of true and false? We can also store the value as a is equals to true. We are storing a is equals to 2. Now let's suppose I am trying to find out the type of a, and also print it here, print of, and also the id of a. If you see, it is the class boolean as well as this is the address, right? So what is, if someone asks you what is the purpose of boolean, that is nothing but to take the, or to store the value boolean. Boolean purpose, purpose of boolean is to store true or false, true or false, okay, in the main memory, right? To store, getting my point? Everyone, Okay, fine. And this we can consider the example for boolean, right? What it will print? Output the same thing. Fine, it is. Getting my point. Yasin, Lokesh. Where is Lokesh? Again he left.
Yes, yes, Pratyush.
Okay, fine. Okay, just so fine. So here we have completed the demo session. Okay, from tomorrow, link link will get changed. Okay, from tomorrow, link they are going to change the link. If you want to join, you have to join, right? Also, what we are providing, okay, what we are providing with this course, what are the things we are providing? Okay, let me tell you. First is you are going to get the certificate. It is a certification course, right? It is a certification course. So you're going to get the certificate, right? Also, you're going to have 1 year of access to watch the video, watch the recorded video, watch the recorded video. Third, okay, you can watch the videos what we are recording here. The recorded video will be available for the 1 year, okay, and also you are going to have the mock interviews. You're going to have the mock interviews, okay. We are going to have the mock interviews as well as the weekly test, weekly test, okay, weekly test. Also, we are going to provide you the job assistant, okay? Job assistants. We have lab, so you can lab session also will be provided. So if you have any kind of doubt, there you will be seeing lab assistant to assist you, right? And next one is real time project. Real time projects you are going to see, okay? We will provide you the real time projects as well. Job assistance, it is really important, okay? We'll provide you this also, as well as weekly test, mock interviews for your betterment. Okay, 1 year of access to watch the videos, recorded videos, and also we are going to provide the certificate. Real time projects, we are also going to tell you how you can create the projects and what are the things you have to use, and also we will work together to create a project. Fine. So these are few things.
Uh,
Okay.
s- just one thing regarding certification. So, what kind of
Yeah.
certification, uh, uh, I mean, do you provide here after this course, or we can take what kind of certifications we have? So, just wanted clarity on that, Pratyush.
I didn't get this. What you are asking?
No, no, certification is the professional certification
Yeah, it
you
is
mean
professional
about.
certificate. No, no, it is
So,
professional
because
certificate only.
yeah, because I see, I mean, I just searched in the internet, like, so what are the Python certifications we have? So I got some like entry level certification, PCP associate, like
No, no,
that.
no.
So
You'll be certified as full core plus advanced Python, right? So there they will mention properly, and it is officially, right? No need to worry about this. It is kind of professional only. It is professional only. No need to worry about that.
okay, so because my core intention to join this course majorly for the certification only. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's what
fine.
I just,
Not an issue.
yeah.
It is a professional course only.
Okay, sure.
Fine. Okay. So apart from this, if you have any doubt, you can ask me, or else again, if you have something, you can contact to this number. Today it was the last demo session. Okay. Everything will provide you, not an issue. Apart from this, if you have any question, you can ask me. Yasin, is it fine?
Yeah, I'm good, Pratish, for now. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Bye bye. Take care.